guys, we are back. I have this gold table right here, which is the WCOOP Main Event, 5K. Also added, well, okay. Not 7 tables for now. We're gonna see how we hold up. I do apologize if I fall behind on acknowledging chat and such. Several of you, thank you for the follow. Keep in mind this WCOOP Main Event can win one of 7%. 1% each. I'm giving away 7%. To learn more about it, type in the command, ask the mods. I will, there are a few ways to win. Otherwise, I would explain it concisely, but that's impossible. Limp the small blind here. I'm going to assume, I actually don't recognize any of these players except for Link. I'm going to go ahead and start betting. And keep betting. I think this hand deserves like a protection bet on the turn, and depending on the river, well, it's a little unclear. But there are a lot of one hard hands that call the flop, and I need to charge them. I can also get called by, like, I also have some one hard hands that want to bluff this way and apply a lot of pressure. And now, like, my hand is worth a block. But the question is that what I should do? I'm not sure if it's worth, like, more than that. I will go for it and hope he doesn't read it for what it is. Although, I mean, I can still mix some strong hands into this range, and I should, but, you know. We face the raise, unfortunately. I don't think he does this worse for value, and I think that... So he doesn't have any of the high 2-pair combos. Maybe Queen Jack, probably not. Other 2-pair combos he definitely can have. I think I'm just getting too good of a price, and I have to hope he has like Jack 10 with the 10 of hearts or something like that. But usually I'm going to lose, yeah. That is okay. And here with the aces, I'll go ahead and bet. Get some value. And it's good to put some pressure on some like low 1 club hands that, you know, are doing well against my hand, but against my range can get in some trouble. I think on this turn I just check. I don't think there's much value and not as much need for protection anymore. Chris Meister says, good luck. Thank you very much. Gonna need it. Not sagging. What does at Trezzo mean? I would answer your question if I knew. I don't think there's enough value here, so I'm just going to check. So how often is he peeling flop with a hand like basically 5-6 of with no clubs is what I need him to have. I mean, I'm just getting the right price. I'm going to go for it. Okay, so he actually went for thin value, which means I kind of like I wasn't considering that I could beat a value bet in that spot, which is maybe well, it means one of two things. It means either it was a bad value bet or it was me misunderstanding the spot, which I think the latter is more likely in a 5K. I don't know who this guy is. but he's from Austria. He's probably good. Queen Jack's going to be an open. It's disadvantageous to come in late, but I like to, maximize our chances for a deep run in something. Queen Jack suited is just going to be a call. It does feel like I'm getting 3-bet at this table a lot. My opening percentage must be pretty high, or, variance as well could account for it. Check, check on the flop. And I think I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to jam. So bet an amount that has me jamming river. And probably follow through. Although I kind of wish that I went slightly smaller and then jammed river, because I'm a little worried that, like, how do I describe this? I'm a little worried that once he calls turn, he's going to call river when I've potted the turn, because when I pot the turn, it looks like I'm committing to a bluff, which in this case, I said that I was at least, but now I'm not as thrilled about it, even though this is a great bluffing combo. We'll go for it. It is scary to bluff off or call off in a 5K main event, although like he's calling off only a... Oh no, he's calling off most of his stack. I think it's a good play. I don't like my turn sizing for exploitative reasons, not for, like... I think my play's good in theory. It's like I block ace queen and ace jack. I think he bets ace king on the flop, so he's kind of capped at ace 9 or some slow plays. And I can value bet ace jack. I can value bet definitely ace jack this way. He is in the tank. Yeah, ace 9 is what he's capped at and what he has. That's unfortunate. I actually think... I know it's silly because it shouldn't make a difference in theory. I think it would have worked if I bet smaller on the turn. So that's unfortunate. Bullet 1 goes down. We'll save our run good for later. And here with Jack 10, I guess just fold. Yeah, it was just too good of a bluffing combo to not follow through, I think, and too good of a bluff spot. But I really do wish that I had taken just, well, I didn't have the time, but had made the right sizing choice that I wanted to. We'll play pretty loose in the PLO as well. Just due to the structure and presumed post-flop edge. Queens is, a standard open anyways. We do have to be a little careful because we're shorter than these guys, so with the bounty on our head, they are likely to go after it, going to c-bet and, stack off if necessary. Okay, so under the gun raise, 3-bet here. Mickey, I haven't played with him in a long time, but plays on the tighter side, I thought. And here we're just going to go with this. It's a protection play, but... So ace-jack suited, I think, could make it into this kind of, like, call-off range. Yeah, there's a lot out there to win. I think it's worth it. And we're folding to Mickey, of course, but going with it against Poppy. Do you think this is the right kind of hand for it? Mickey did have a good hand, and we're going to lay it down. So we lost to something here. I missed it. I guess we're not going to know. Or you guys probably saw it. Well, I was partially right. All right. Get this table set up. Ooh. All right. Got to regroup. Not a good turn of events in the last 15 minutes of the stream. So I have a weird spot here where I went raise call, I overcalled. I called a small flop bet, and now he's jamming turn. I think with 2-1 and the open ender to go along with the fact that, you know, he might just have hearts or something, I think I have to call. I'm probably behind, but equity's okay, and that's part of the reason why. So we're running good in the wrong tournaments. Here with Queen 8 suited. It is a VPIP. I'm going to go ahead and raise. Ace deuce suited here. Going to defend the big blind if given the opportunity. Did not get the opportunity, so that's going to hit the muck. Going to decide to open pocket aces here. This time. All right, 15 big blinds in the pot. Do I bet range on this board? Let me think this through for a moment. I'll go for it. Seven, six suited. If folded to, I will jam. Gonna raise this turn with the 10 blocker and the best hand usually. Don't get the opportunity. And this is a spot where I probably do give up on the river. Just because of my blockers. As you can see, I don't have to give up because I hit. I don't have 100% equity here. He definitely plays some nut flush draws this way, but obviously I'm jamming for value. Nut flush draw. So the main event is not going well. How do I play this spot? C-bet. Call here. I wonder why I actually was thinking about the nut flush draw there. Because obviously it's going to happen sometimes, but it's very rare. I think maybe it was timing. 6-7 suited. I think I'll just call. And it's not really cool to be facing a large bet here. I think it's a little too much to fold. Obviously, I'm a little too much of a hand with my backdoors. And 6 is going to be checked back. Trap with kings. Nothing he can do there with his ace-3. I didn't own him by trapping. He had ace-3. And 7-6 is going to be turned into a bluff here. Jack-6 offsuit should not have gotten in there. I'll just say he's going to be a little on the looser side, perhaps. Whoops. How do you close this thing? All right. All right, I guess I'm trying to deposit now on Party Poker. Hang on. Wow, ace-queen. So yeah, was not trying to make ace-queen fold. Nice hand to him, and our unfortunate run in this event continues. We are... why is he raising this spot? So, like, I think that he doesn't have a lot of strong hands to raise here. And he's not slow playing pre ever. So I really don't believe him, but I have like one of the worst hands I can have. So I don't think I'm going to do anything about it. Yeah, I just really don't believe him. So I will try to do so. I mean, he might have like sixes. I think this is like fours, sixes, and then some like bluffs. The snap call makes me think he's a recreational player, which changes my read. Now that I hit the jack, I guess I'm going for value at this point. Good luck us. We got ourselves into a funny spot. Terrible river. I don't think he has an ace. But his snap calls are now making me think maybe he's slow playing something, but I just think it's, I mean, I'm going to jam because I'm not going to check fold, and I think I get a little money in better, like money in a little bit better this way. Okay, yeah. So he did have sixes or sevens or something like that. I think by his timing, he might be a recreational player. I use this color to mean keep an eye on him. So all right, that could have been a lot worse. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna drop the size of a couple tables here. I'll just call King 10 suited, given that like I get 4-bet jammed on a lot, so I don't think 3-bet folding makes a lot of sense. This is strange. I guess I'll call. Gonna donk the King 10. Queen Jack X is a pretty good board for me, and this is a pretty good hand. I think I apply a lot of pressure to this big blind to fold like a deuce or pocket fives or maybe even a weak jack. Probably not. And then the button has a wide range. So, I mean, there's a good chance that this gets in. I mean, when he plays it this way, it seems like he's betting. And possibly jamming. And how do I want to play this spot? I think maybe check jam. I might check jam that King 10 again, actually, on the river, but didn't get the opportunity to. I overbet here because my value betting range is flushes. I think when it runs out when it's played that way. I mean, it's a weird spot. As you can see, I was trying to figure a few things out at once. think I'm pretty happy with the way I played it. So obviously, obviously flopping the nuts is good. King, Queen, Jack is a board on which my range is not going to do very well. So I'm going to slow play this one. On 10-4 suited, I'm going to slow play as well. And I'll actually check raise this turn with the additional equity of the flush draw as well. But we don't get the opportunity, and now I don't really love, not really sure what to do there, to be honest. It's hard for me to make much money in that spot, I think. Some cute noises from Spencer. We'll call this raise with the nuts and chop it up. I also need to be a little careful in the 10K PLO about trying to induce very aggressive plays, because I think a lot of people play like they wait to get their money in good when the buy-in's that big. It's not a criticism, it's just an observation. Sometimes when I play this many tables, I tend to forget what I'm playing. You know, like I'm just playing all the hands and not giving enough thought to what to do where, or like which tournament is which, I guess I should say. Hernandez, okay. So Libby is legit. We'll do this for a potential, okay. Okay, sorry, a couple things going on. So I can't fold here. I could raise, of course. Gonna go for it. I'll raise here as well. Interesting to face a min raise from the small blind. We are getting all in multi-way. Let's see if I can get the table here in time. With kings here. Against tens and queens. So far, so good. Okay. And I've been asked to show the info tabs. It's still early in these things. I finally can close that lobby. Oh, can I? No, I can't. I don't know what's going on. Having a lot of software problems. So top right, I have an easy fold if I face a bet, and I think I just pretty easy bluff, but Trying to decide what sizing to use. I'm gonna go half pot, and so I can still have like, well, I don't even know what. Something thin. Queen Jack, Ace 10. Okay, well, turns out repping something thin did not accomplish what I needed to because he had something better. But certainly not trying to make that hand fold. I just think when I get there with 7 high, gonna have to fire a bluff and hope that he folds, you know, bottom of his range, which that was certainly not. Yep. Exclamation point, ME giveaway to find out the promo. The ME giveaway promo is I'm giving away my chips here in the main event. I think calling is better than 3-betting here, but 3-betting would be fine. And here we have an all-in, another all-in. He's got a big bounty here. I think I'm supposed to go for both of these bounties. Yikes. I think I am supposed to. Let's try it. Bad shape. Did not get there. So now we have 2 big blinds and a dream. Meanwhile, this guy shoves 40 bigs. I don't really see, like, I'm usually flipping, but I don't see how I have the best hand, so I'm just going to fold. And here we get jammed on. 15 big blind stack. I think this is quite close. I think it's call. Not against that hand, it's not. Or is it? Don't know about that. So he's probably going 100% c-bet here, so for that reason I'm going to raise, protect my hand. It's kind of an iffy open at 35 bigs here. Would be a very standard open at 100. And I'm going to fold to 3-bet here. Open 9-8 suited here in the gold one. JR, thank you for pointing out the bubble. I'm not being sarcastic. I did realize it, but there's a very good chance that I would have not realized it. So thank you for letting me know. From 2 to 7, this to me represents a polarized range, and I think we see a lot of ace-ace. But he's too good to just have aces here. Anyways, I'm gonna call. We'll zoom out because we have trips here. This went limp check. And I'll bet the turn. Gut shot on the flop here, although the 10 brings a couple other straights higher than ours. Not too much of a concern in No Limit Texas Hold'em, but ace-queen is definitely a well-represented combo in people's range. I think I can peel here. Potentially have some good bluffing opportunities later. I have the backdoor flush draw as well. But against half pot, I would not have. Going to check the turn and obviously check fold. And if he does check back, I find myself in a challenging situation. Thankfully, he bets. So I'm just going to fold down there. I'm proud of Run It Once Poker. I want to show you guys what we've done with it. So
And I like giving these guys a chance to play with me. There's a bounty on my head they can win. There's also each hand they play is giving them a chance to get one of those 7% I'm giving out of my main event. So giving them a chance to play some more hands. Pocket aces, obviously a good hand. Nobody's going to have kings here. And I guess he could have tens, or either of them could have tens, but I'm just going to check here. I don't think I'm going to get a bunch of multi-street call downs when I block the ace, and I do think my range can do quite a bit of checking here. I have a lot of like ace-5 suited that doesn't want to bet, and ace-queen and stuff that I could just start check calling with. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a little tempting to, try to protect my hand against the one-card gut shots present, but I don't know how often he's going to bet, like Jack-10. And yeah, I just have so much in my range that I need to protect. This is it's unfortunate that I have him covered because I think he's unlikely to, I don't know this guy, but people are a little less likely to barrel off in a 5K main event. Even though we're not that deep yet, it's still just, it's such a big tournament. Although, as you guys have seen, I've taken the opposite approach and I'm just blasting every chance I get. So he only has 4 combos that beat me. Those 4 combos of Queen Jack suited. I am trying to decide if it makes sense to just rip it in now or wait. Let me think for just a moment here. Good river. I don't think he's going to bluff now. I think the river's... It's unfortunate in that, okay. I was wrong, and I win. I think he played his hand very well. And that's the kind of thing, you need to count on in a 5K. Is, people to make bluffs like that, making slow plays like that in some other tournaments. It's interesting because there are some weak players who just bluff everything. And then there are solid winning players that might have a 0% or 5% bluff frequency in that spot. And then there are the really good players who bluff appropriately. And when I hold ace-ace, it's going to make it less likely that he's going to be doing the bluffing. Or rather, that he has a showdownable hand or something. And if he does have a value hand that's betting, it's usually, set of tens or straight or something. Locker 71, King Pidge. Thank you both for the follow, and good luck winning 1% of my main event, which I just chipped up in. We now are almost up to 3 starting stacks, which is what we paid for, so that's only fair. Uh, 10-7's easy check call. Jack-10 is close. Easy fold here, of course. And I'll start stabbing here with some backdoor draws. Take it down with 10-7. How wide I should go. Am I playing on a MacBook? Yes, I am. Do I open my own chests, or do I have an assistant do that for me? It's been a while since I've had to open chests, so... He's not going to have kings, queens, or jacks too often. He will have a lot of 2-pair and some under pairs, and I want to let him find some bluffs. So I guess I'm check calling. I'll find an assistant for it. I don't think he's value bet. Like, I don't think I'm getting any money, so... It seemed like a showdown bet on the turn. Interesting. So he kind of owned me by checking back turn with Queen Jack. That's kind of supposed to go for 3 streets of value, I think. Spidey is we get it in here with aces against some pretty good hands. We are going to win. Spidey really going after it, but he's shown down some good hands. So I need to be, I don't know. It does seem like he, it has seemed like without seeing his cards that he's been going a little nuts, but then every time I've seen his hand, he's had something quite reasonable. And, you know, kind of, you have to take, like him playing a hand is like him playing a lot of hands that I don't get to see at showdown is like minor evidence that he's getting out of line, and then him not him showing down good hands is, I guess it just kind of negates the how does that probably, like, it negates those hands as samples from him playing too loose. But there's still some evidence, you know, the fact that he's playing a lot of hands that can lead me to believe that he's playing too many. Here I need to decide if I want to bluff with the ace-8. I think the answer is no. I think I almost surely lose this hand. But if I bluff this, I'm bluffing too much. And he was getting out of line, so that's good to know. For future ref. I mean, not that that play in and of itself is just bananas, because you do need some bluffs there, but nah, that's, I mean, again, it's only some evidence. It's conclusive evidence that he doesn't only 3-bet for value from big blind versus under the gun. +1. Yeah, so this is on break for 16 hours, which means it starts at 11 a.m. my time tomorrow. Okay.